East African continent. If I may take this opportunity and say I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to this derby. I think the preparation has been good so far. A number of things have happened, if you recall, as a media, that we've recently changed the head coach. We brought in a new coach. We have recently managed to get few players back onto the pitch. Though I won't dwell too much on the technical things and players, that is not my responsibility, that is his coach's responsibility. But for information, it's important for you to note that, for instance, we had a very long injury that Boko had. So I'm excited to have seen him play 90 minutes yesterday. It says that whatever we are putting together with the doctors and the technical team, it's working out. The team for the past 3-4 matches has not been the same team in terms of who plays. But if you look closely, you'll realize that the coach has done very well to ensure that everybody, every player has got an opportunity to play. So that when he makes his assessments going forward, he's very clear who he should keep, who he should not keep, how to deal with certain players in terms of development and coaching and also and so forth going forward. So I'm very excited that things have been going on according to our plans. I know that the 4th of January is a big day. Make no mistake, it's one of the biggest for Simba. You must bear in mind that we are heading into the new century. You know, we from the 2019 was the end of the previous century. So we start on the new century. 2020, we start with the younger. So that is big for the Tanzanian football. That is big for the Premier League board. Hopefully, we will have a number of links into this match on Saturday. So as a club, we are ready. We're here to tell you that we are ready as a club. We're here to tell you that we are ready in terms of logistics. We are ready in terms of the team itself. You know, if I may recall, maybe on top of my head, that one of the issues as well I needed to report was that on the players, we have Wilka De Silva, our striker, who's currently not with the team. He's traveled to Malaysia for a possible transfer into a Malaysian team. And the reasons are very clear that Wilka is really tried his best, very good player, but he found it a bit difficult to acclimatize in Tanzania. You know, he's a very good player. So we are looking at ways to assist each other to ensure that he keeps on with his career, and then we can all move forward. So we wish him all the best. He's been away for 2 days now, and very soon we'll make announcements in terms of if he was successful with his transfer to the Malaysian club. I know that there's a lot of questions around registrations. Let me say that registrations are not something that we do because our fans say that we must go and sign, or because some fundis in certain corner decides that we need a certain player. When we recruit, we involve everybody involved in running of this club. We involve the technical team, we involve our technical committee, we involve a number of people before we can make a decision on signing players. So I can assure you now that after you've made a decision whether you need to reinforce the team or you need to bring in other players, it's also a process to go and get a player into the club. For instance, I hear that somebody's been signed by some club, but now he cannot move because the clearance must come from here, this must come from there. So all these things, before I can come in front of you and say, now we've got Haji Manara as our goalkeeper, I must make sure that all these small nitty-gritties, contractual obligations, the international transfers, regulations, any other pending matters are taken care of. So sometimes we don't delay with announcements because we want to, but we want to ensure that behind the scenes we've covered all the bases to ensure that tomorrow we don't have issues that we cannot play players because now there's a dispute, now there's this. So we've been in a process, we've been working very, very hard. I know that there's a lot of rumors around the player from Mozambique, but that's not the only player that we've been looking at. There's other 2 players that we've been chasing. So we are hopeful that before the end of the week, we'll be able to make pronouncements to you to say these are the players who signed. Now we confirm, we can introduce them to you. You will recall when we introduced the coach. We introduced the coach very late in the evening, around 9, I think, or 9:30. There's one reason why we needed to sort out the issues of the contract, agree on the terms, and sign on the dotted line. You can't just announce if you have not done those particular steps. So for the comfort of our supporters, for the comfort of the lovers of Simba Sports Club, please note that there's a lot of work behind the scenes. We need to tie in all the loose ends before we can make any announcements. So I hope the question of any recruitment or registration is covered by that. I hope you understand the process that we undertake. And I want to emphasize, even the chairman of the board had said in the last AGM that Simba is moving on a positive trajectory. Everything that we are doing now, we're doing it long term. We must think, not now. I know some of the fans, Haji, they say, no, but we must register now, we must play. We register, we must play against Yanga. It's not how things are done. We must respect the coach and his technical team. They are the ones who are working with the players. They will decide how things are done. If they feel that if I've signed Mbaga today and Mbaga must play tomorrow, it's their prerogative. We should respect their decisions, and we support them in any way possible to ensure that their job becomes easy. So in terms of players, I think that is the brief. Also, there was a clip that was making rounds that Manjinji or some Madanda team, first division, they've signed they've signed Rashid Juma. There's no truth in that. Rashid Juma is injured. He's recovering from a minor fracture, but he's working very well with our doctors, with Adele and Paulo and Dr. Gembe. They are doing very well with the team. The boy, he will be ready very soon. Atuman, Miraj as well. He's also had some minor knocks, but he's coming on very well. You saw Boko yesterday. You can see he has not played for some time, but we are happy that he's back on the pitch again. So that's where we are in terms of players. That's where we are in terms of our technical bench. The rest of the arrangements, really, they are on track. And I just want to mention that we respect the match that we are going to play on Saturday. We respect young Africans as our rivalries. We're looking forward to a good day. We are looking forward to a good match where the fight will be in the pitch, where 90 minutes will be important for both teams. We as Simba, we are prepared. We keep on preparing. I'm sure that, because I spoke to the coach last night, we always have a briefing sessions, it's very important for the management and the technical team to be working in coherent. So it's been going very well. The feedback has been good. There's a lot of concerns, like any other team. You go and win 5, there will be concerns to say, but you should have scored 10. You go and win 1, there will be concern to say, but why didn't you win 2? So there will always be an engagement on how we improve as a club going forward. So, and I'm sure that with the assistant on Matola and the rest of the guys, they will be able to bring us the best team on Saturday when we face Yanga. I think from the side of the management, that's where we are. We've got Abbas here. Abbas is in charge of the logistics of the team, the camp, and all those things. So we had a briefing meeting this morning as well. So he's briefed me that everything is in order. We in camp, and also Haji, there's a tradition that the team will camp maybe away in Zanzibar and come and play matches here. But we've been very fortunate as Simba. We've got a very beautiful camping facility in Bunju. We've built a nice training venue at Bunji as well, the Simba Arena. So we've got facilities for us to prepare better for these matches. So we are happy that the boys will go back to camp today after they've been given an off day yesterday. After the match, the players were afforded an opportunity to go and meet their families and do whatever they need to do towards the end of the year. But we're training this afternoon, everybody will be back, and we are back in camp this afternoon. So I would like to end it there. If there's any questions, obviously we'll take after this. I would like to give Hashim just a minute just to talk on the members and fans, how prepared they are, and how they're going to ensure that the club is